Give me your dog. Otherwise I will kill you. He shouted. Arrow right, he said, could tell from his voice that he was young, but said those words in a threatening manner. He saw what looked like a taser in his hand. He took care of his 6-month-old French bulldog named Hendrix. Worthy had just acquired Hendrix in September. It eased Worthy's pain as her first French bulldog was one of 10 dogs killed in the flood at a D.C. dog daycare that summer. Some days she would cry when she thought about how her puppy had drowned the day before. Hendrix, with his soft white coat and brown spots, was resting his head on her lap and nuzzled against her. Worthy heard of increasingly brazen kidnappings D.C., specifically targeting prized French bulldogs like his 3 had been kidnapped a week earlier. The Southeast 2 been stolen the Southwest July, all at gunpoint. While taking Hendrix around with a relative last week, they even talked about what they would do if something like this happened to him. Just give him the dog, his relative insisted, but doing so when she encountered the masked young man on Saturday was more heartbreaking than she imagined. This is how I am going to react, D.C. said. Worthy, an elementary teacher in the public schools. But you can't prepare for something like this. It happened very quickly. As the man held out his hand, Worthy handed him his dog's leash. He wondered if he would ever see Hendrix again. The attacker held his dog in his arms, and when he hit a black car waiting on the sidewalk, Worthy said, the young man burst out laughing, almost giggling. The last he saw of his puppy as he disappeared behind the black door of the sedan was her face. Hendrix looked worried and confused. The alleged kidnapping, first reported by NBC4, reopened deep wounds for Worthy. In August, she left her previous puppy named Memphis, a red-pied French bulldog of the same breed. At District Dogs of the Northeast, Worthy was willing to spend money on him and give him a place where he could have people and other dogs to play with while he was out of town. While she had just returned to D.C. on August 14, she saw posts on Instagram about it raining at the daycare. She was driving to the nursery when she got a call saying Memphis had. There was only 1 day left until he turned 1 year old. The drowning of Worthy's puppy and 9 other dogs at daycare sparked outrage after the business also flooded a year ago, and city officials acknowledged business was in a flood-prone area. It was devastating for all of us, said Colleen Costello, a neighborhood advisory commissioner in the Northeast whose dog Maple also in the flood. We bonded together and tried to help each other throughout the tragedy. Some owners still grieving have been unable to get a new dog, Costello said. For Worthy, Hendrix was a light that saved him from this grief. It was birthday present, a 15-week bundle of energy that arrived month after the flood. They slept next to each other Eve,